Hi, within this lecture, we're going to see how to use VPN within Kali Linux. As you might remember, we changed our DNS server within the previous lecture, and before we go on and use the VPN, we have to disable something called WebRTC. Actually, WebRTC is used within your web browser when you try to communicate to a website, but it may leak your real public IP when you use this VPNs. So if you type about colon config and say, okay, I accept this, it will take you to the config website of your browser, and you have to search for media.peerconnection.enabled. As you can see, the value is true right now. If you double click on it, it will be false. And we want it to be false. This way we can disable the WebRTC. As I mentioned before, it works out fine. If you go to google.com, it will work out fine, but we eliminate the risk of leaking our real public IP when we use the VPN. So we turned off the WebRTC. Now the next thing we do is to find a VPN book. So in order to do that, I'm going to Google free VPN book. Okay, so we use VPN Books within Kali Linux in order to use VPN services. So there are a lot of websites for that. I'm going to use this vpnbook.com. So this is mainly working, and of course you may want to browse the other websites as well, but I generally use this vpnbook.com and it works. And under this vpnbook.com there is something called OpenVPN, and we want that. Okay, let me maximize this so you can see it better. Under OpenVPN there are a lot of servers, and we have to choose one and download it and try them. So I'm going to choose some Germany VPN from here, or US VPN. You can choose your own country. As you can see, you may want to connect from Canada, you may want to connect from US. It really doesn't matter, but sometimes specifically you may want to connect from US. Then you can choose this US one. Okay? And of course they don't always work, so you may want to try another one if they don't. So after you click one of them, just say save file, and it will download the zip file for us. It's a very small file, 9 kilobytes, so it will be downloaded instantly. So let me close this down and let me go back to my downloads folder. Okay, of course we can do it from terminal, right? I can go to downloads by typing cd downloads, and if I say ls, then I will see the zip file. I can use unzip command to unzip this VPN book. If I type VPN and hit tab, it will autocomplete for me, and if I hit enter, it will just unzip it for me. If you type ls, you will see the contents of this file. And we have some files with OVPN extensions, and these are the OpenVPN books that I was talking about. As you can see, we have 4 of them in which zip. So these are the TCP and UDP connections. These are just the protocols that we will later on in this course learn what they are all about. But they are different protocols, but they do the same thing. They connect to the internet. And you can try any of them whenever you want. Okay, you can try the TCP, you can try the UDP, it doesn't matter. And in order to try this, you have to type OpenVPN and VPN book name. Okay, so in my example, I'm going to try this VPN book US1 TCP 443 OVPN. And of course, you have to spell that out correctly. After you hit enter, it will ask you for a username and a password. And I wish I didn't close the website, but I believe we can find it one more time. So let me go to VPN. Yeah, it was vpnbook.com. If you go to vpnbook.com to OpenVPN tab from here, it should say the username and the password. And as you can see, the username is VPN Book and the password is this. And this password changes all the time, so you have to find your own password, okay? You have to look it from the website, not from the video. So I'm going to type VPN book, and I'm going to type the password here as well. So after I do that, I will hit enter, and it will run the VPN for me, okay? So if it fails, then you have to check the password, and if it's really connected and if it's not working, then you have to try the other TCP and UDP VPN books that you have downloaded, and if it doesn't work as well, then you have to find another VPN book from the same website and from the other websites. So let me test this connection by going google.com. Of course, it would be slower than your original connection, but as you can see now, it works. Now let me test and see if it really changed my public IP address. The best way to do that is to type "what is my IP" to Google. If you type "what is my IP" and hit enter, it will show you your current public IP. As you can see, I have this 198.168.622.04. And this is not my original public IP, so it's really changed. In order to confirm that, I'm going to search for some test, and it's called DNS leakage test, okay? DNS leakage test. So if you search for it, there is a website called dnsleaktest.com. Of course, there are other websites as well. You can try all of them. If you go to this dnsleaktest.com, it will show you your current location and your public IP. I'm not in the United States right now, and I don't have this public IP. So this VPN really works for me right now. And I changed my DNS. Now I'm completely anonymous. But bear in mind that there is no thing such as 100% anonymity. And I accidentally closed this website, so let me open it one more time. Okay, so as I was saying, there is no guarantee that you won't be found in the internet. So don't trust your VPN or DNS. The officials, when you commit a crime, can track you down anyway. Okay, so whether you use very good VPNs, whether you use very hidden DNS servers, it really doesn't matter. Don't try to do something unethical. Okay, so this is an ethical hacking course. And if you click on standard test or extended test here, it shows you whether your real public IP will occur or not, whether it's leaking or not. But I believe this is good to go right now, so I'm not going to do that. You can do it on your own. So let's stop here, and within the next lecture, we're going to learn how to browse dark web.